Good morning, everyone. Student, are you hearing me? Hello? Are you hearing me? Okay. Sir,
Students, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. No problem. Okay. Good morning to all of you. Today's session is the revisionary session. So all topics will be covered and revision by our senior most faculty, Rajkumar Chaudhary sir. Rajkumar Chaudhary sir is MSc Mathematics and teaching for CMA course as well as in NM College full-time faculty, NM College of Commerce and Economics. He has done his MSc Mathematics. So all are requested to kindly attend the session seriously. And last half an hour or some time will be given for question answer any queries you have. So some time around 30 minutes will be given to you. Or after the session, you can ask if you have any doubt on any question. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Now, sir, we start the session.
Yeah, good morning, students.
Good morning,
Students,
sir.
Yeah, good morning. Sir, are they allowed to respond or उनका mic बंद किया है?
Chat box is there, sir.
Chat
Chat
box
box
दिया है.
is there.
Chat box is there.
And
Okay.
chat box is there. If somebody wants, I can unmute him or her.
Okay. समझा. Correct, sir. Right. तो disturbance नहीं होगा इसमें.
Yes, sir.
Right. Sir, 15 लोग आ चुके हैं तो
Okay,
और
sir.
1-2 मिनट रुकेंगे, 1-2 मिनट रुक के फिर स्टार्ट करते हैं. Students, that by that time you can just go through and make a list of questions which you have. So, and whatever chapters we have done, you can go through them also.
Yes,
whatever
sir.
chapters you have done, you can revise them. In 2 minutes we'll start because now
Okay,
16 people have joined.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good morning once again, students. We can start now because 18 students are already joined and it's 11:05, so we can start. So what we are doing here is we will whatever you have studied, those topics, important ones, the chapter with highest weightage and how to tackle such questions you have to understand here. So once we go to the weightage, you can see 40% is mathematics and 60% is statistics. So students, there are very few chapters in statistics where the concept is very less and weightage is high. So you can tackle those questions first. So in that case, you can see index number and time series are the simplest chapter. The concepts are very few, chapter is also very easy, and weightage is very high. So such kind of chapters you have to do first, where you will get more confidence, and then you can handle other things also which are a little trickier. Okay, so we will start with the index number and time series. So please students, please go through that chapter till I connect my writing pad.
Sir, your voice is not coming, sir. Sir, sir, your voice is, we cannot hear you. Hello? Hello? Sir, I can't hear you. Mobile.
Yes, sir.
Ah, okay, okay. The voice was, it was muted.
Yeah. No, I told them the chapter that we are starting with so and so chapter. They can go through it. I'm just
Okay,
connecting
okay,
to
okay, okay,
connect
okay.
the
Sorry, sorry,
writing.
sorry. I was not aware.
Okay.
Okay,
I was trying to connect the writing pad. Okay.
okay.
Yes, students, we can start now. Come to page number 443. Come to page number 443. Present share. Sir, which one is the share option to share the board?
लेक्चर चलो
सर माइक के बाजू में कैमरा माइक एंड शेयर.
वो व्हाइट बोर्ड ऐड बैकग्राउंड, वो व्हाइट बोर्ड नहीं आ रहा है ऑप्शन.
शेयर के बाजू में वो सर नहीं, वो नहीं है क्या शेयर ऑप्शन?
हाँ शेयर ऑप्शन, लेकिन इसमें व्हाइट बोर्ड नहीं दिखा रहा है.
तो व्हाइट बोर्ड है क्या नहीं इसमें? आई ऑल्सो डोंट नो व्हाइट बोर्ड रहता है क्या इसमें?
हाँ ऑप्शन तो रहता है. व्यू मोर, मैं मेरा राइटिंग पैड कनेक्ट कर दिया, लेकिन इसमें प्रेजेंट करने के लिए व्हाइट बोर्ड रहता है.
अच्छा वो समझ गया मैं, लेकिन
हाँ.
इसमें ऑप्शन है क्या नहीं आई ऑल्सो डोंट नो सर. स्टूडेंट
Okay.
को किसी को मालूम है क्या?
हाँ स्टूडेंट्स
हेलो,
एनीवन.
स्टूडेंट को पूछो सर,
हाँ
किसी को मालूम है क्या?
स्टूडेंट्स, यू नो वेयर इज दैट ऑप्शन ऑफ व्हाइट बोर्ड? शो गैलरी फुल स्क्रीन, व्यू रिएक्ट रेज शेयर पार्टिसिपेट. व्हाइट बोर्ड ऑप्शन नहीं मिल रहा है.
Sir, somebody is writing, start the screen, then whiteboard.
Okay, start the screen and then whiteboard. Screen तो
Somebody
already
has-
is on. Chat में लिखा है क्या? Okay, देखता हूँ. Left side of the leave button to share screen and then go to whiteboard. Okay, share screen. Presenter mode, add background, screen तो है, share screen. Share screen option is not there. Share content, include computer sound. Share content. Okay, students, come to as I said, we can start with page number 431. 431, you can see question number 7. What is asked? Price index number. What is the formula of price index number? Of simple aggregate method and simple aggregate. What is the formula for simple aggregate method? That is summation P1 upon summation P naught into 100. So add up the values and you can put on chat. Yeah, but you have not written summation P1. So summation P1 upon summation P naught into 100. Correct. So summation P naught is how much? 175. And summation P1 is 205. So summation P1 upon summation P naught. So remember that while writing these formulas, you are comparing with the past year. Past year means base. For any calculation, there should be some base. So base is the previous year, and current year is always you put it in the numerator because you're comparing the current year price with the base year price, and into 100 because it is always in percentage. Now the answer came out to be 117.14. Hope you are getting this. Yes. Now students, now can you interpret this result? It means that, what does this mean? Anyone can anyone know what does it mean? It means that 17% जो past year में जो आपने 100 rupees 70, yeah, what you've written is correct. 17% more than the base year. So past year if you have spent rupees 100 on the same items or commodities for buying, purchasing power. Now you have to spend 17 rupees more. So 17% more. So for example, last year you have paid 100 rupees. Now you will have to pay 117. It means this. Okay. So this is one formula. Similarly, we can have two more formulas. That is quantity index number and value index number. So what's the formula for quantity index number? It will be summation Q1 upon summation Q0 into 100. And for value index number, it will be, you can note down the formulas. First, put the topic as simple aggregate method. Then in that first formula, price index number. And the formula is price index number is equal to summation P1 upon summation P0 into 100. And the second formula is quantity index number. That is summation Q1 upon summation Q0 into 100. And third one, the formula is value index number. That is summation P1 Q1 upon summation P0 Q0 into 100. So students, we have these three formulas for calculating price index, for calculating by simple aggregate method, when only the price or only the quantity is given for the current year as well as for the base year. Now we'll go with the other one, that is aggregate weighted aggregate method. For weighted aggregate method, which are the formulas do we have? First one is last Pierce. Second one is Parshas. Then Drobish Bowley, Fisher, Marshall Edwards, Walshes, and Kelly's. So that is, I'll explain you with the page number. Yeah, students, come to page number 426. In the last page, you can see yes, page number, they have mixed all the formulas in this page. Yeah, page 423. Page 423, you can see the numerator is P1 Q0 and also the denominator P0 Q0. So you have to remember that Q naught is the weight. Q naught, I am repeating, Q naught is the weight for last PS. So basic formula is summation P1W upon summation P0W into 100. So here W stands for Q naught. So that is base year quantity. Similarly, always you need to remember that always in the base we should have base year price, and in the numerator we should have current year price. So base year is the last is for by which you are comparing it. Now for partials, what will be the value of W? W will be current year quantity. So the formula will be summation P1 Q1 upon summation P0 Q1 into 100. So in place of W, the weight W, we have Q0. Now next is Fisher. Fisher is a basic method where you take geometric mean of both the last pairs and partials both. So last pairs you already know, that is weight in that last pairs is base year quantity, and for partials it is current year quantity. So what will be the formula of Fisher? That is square root of L into P. L stands for last pairs price index number, and Q stands for P stands for partials index number. And the third one is fourth one. So first one last pairs partials, then Fisher, and now Bowley's. That is L plus P, average of both the price in both the index numbers, like last pairs plus partials upon 2. So students, for objective method we can have only this 4 ones, this four types, which is simpler to calculate by our normal accounts calculators. Anyone waiting in the waiting room? Yeah, no one in the waiting room.
No, sir, no one is there.
Okay, no, someone messaged me on WhatsApp that I am in the waiting room, so I checked.
It is reflecting if somebody is on waiting, it is reflecting here, but it is
Yeah,
not showing. It is not showing,
right,
sir.
right. Now students, come to page. Note down the formula for CLI, cost of living index number. Please note down, that is also called as consumer price index number. So in this, one of the formula aggregate method, aggregate expenditure method, the formula is same last year. So write the first method of CLI, that is aggregate expenditure method, and that is equal to summation P1 Q0 upon summation P0 Q0 into 100. So for the aggregate expenditure method, the formula is same, that is last year's. And the second one is family budget method. So in this you can write summation IW upon summation W. Summation IW upon summation W. Now students, how do we calculate I in this? individually for each commodity, you have to calculate I, and that stands for, so you can note down the formula where I equal to P1 upon P0 into 100. So calculate all the I values and multiply it with the weight W. Once you get the values of IW, you have to take summation of IW and summation of weights. And again, you don't have to multiply by 100, but where every student does a mistake in this part, where they again multiply it by 100, which is not required because already multiplied in I. So here it will be summation IW upon summation W. So these are the two methods for calculating cost of living index number, and it is also called as consumer price index. Now you can put, I'll ask one question so you can put on chat. So if the index number comes out to, for example, 76%. So what will be the price at base year and how much he has to pay now in the current year to buy the same commodities which has bought in the last year? You can reply your answer through chat. I'll repeat the question. For example, the index number is 76. So how much has the consumer has to pay to buy the same commodities which is bought in the previous year? More or less, and how much more? Anyone? Okay, I'll answer. The answer will be 24%. 24% the person has to pay less because last year he bought those items at the cost of 100. Now he bought the same items at 76. That means this year, last year he had paid 100. So 24 rupees or 24% he has to pay less this year. So the cost is reduced of those commodities. That is what 76 indicates. So the things which you had bought last year at 100, now you will have to pay only 76 to buy the same commodities. That is what is index numbers. The other examples of index numbers are stock exchange, stock exchange and the population of the country, and all those are given in the particular website. If you see for the population website of the country, they update the population every minute or every second. They update as per the data they receive. Even the index Sensex and Nifty, you can see those index. They show you they are the economic parameters of the country. So they show you what is the index today, how much market has risen in the compared to previous day, and how much it will be like compared to 1 week. So base you can take a week or a 1 day or a month or 1 year. It depends on you. So what change you want to find, that you can check by the appropriate option. Option may be 1 day, that is the previous day they will compare, or last 3 days, or last 1 week, or last 1 month, year and 5 years. Whatever the index have raised from the past, they can show. So these are all the examples of index numbers. So now we'll move on to the next part, that is time series. What is time series? Actually here we try to predict the value. Time series, so with time it shows what will be the value in a year. So here also it depends on the time factor. You can take 3 yearly, you can take 4 yearly, or you can take 5 yearly. So first there are two methods. We'll discuss the first method. The first method is about moving average. So first of all, you need to understand time series, that we need to predict the value from the past experience. For example, there are business of last 10 years. So 10 years business, you can predict this year's profit or loss or the sales on the basis of the past 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, whatever data you have. For example, you have data of from last 6 years. So those 6 years values, by looking on the observations of the last 6 years, we can predict the sales of this current year. How? By the methods called as moving average method and least square method. So moving average method is, you have to add, in moving average method also we have two types. That is, one is even year and the other one is odd years. Even years is like only one, that is 4 yearly moving average, and odd years are two, that is 3 and 5 yearly moving average. So when we discuss about 3 yearly, I'll give you the page number so that you can refer that particular example for 3 yearly moving average. Yeah, students, you can check here on page . Yeah, the sales are of many years given. Okay, we have, we'll go with this one first, a 4 yearly, where that is on page number 453. Students, come to page 453. And there you can see a problem based on 4 yearly moving average. So first of all, you add the first 4 values, and that value comes out to 42. Then you skip the first value, take the second next 4 values. First one you have to skip, then next 4 values. So that comes to 43. First one was 42, then 43. Then you add the next, leave first 2 values and calculate the next 3 values, next 4 values. Since it is 4 yearly, so at a time you have to consider 4 values. That is 42. And then again 43. And the second last value is 37. The last value is 40. So when we are discussing this, you can solve and understand. So we cannot calculate the value for the year 12 and 13 for the last 2 years, and for the first 2 years also we cannot calculate. So that is a demerit of this method, where we cannot calculate the first, second value and the last 2 values. For the values which you have calculated, that also we should be between, for example, your first 4 values. So what is the middle of the first 4 values? That is between 6 and 7. So that is 2006.5. So you have to write in front of that. So between 6 and 7, just leave one line and write that value there. Now once this is done, since we don't have a value for the particular year, we need value against a particular year. मतलब उस जो year है उसके सामने value होना चाहिए, लेकिन आपका value कहाँ पे आया है 6 और 7 के बीच में, तो उसके लिए we have one more column that is called as centered moving average. So to calculating centered moving average, we have to first find centered moving total. तो अभी वो दोनों वैल्यू को ऐड करो. इन्होंने इन्होंने क्या किया है कि उसको in this method you can see they have divided by 4 because each value is divided each value is sum of 4 values, so they have divided by 4, so that comes out to 10.5, and then they have taken average of each values to bring against a particular year. So second value comes out to 10.75, then 42 upon 4 is 10.5, and 43 upon 4 is 10.75. 37 upon 4 is 9.25, and 40 upon 4 is 10. Now since students, you can see the values are against not a particular year, they are between the years. So to bring for a particular year, you have to take average. So 10.5 plus 10.75. So the average is, and divided by 2, the average comes out to 10.625. Similarly, again add 10.75 plus 10.5, and that will be again same, that is 10.625. There's a third value which is for the year 2009. So that if you see it is the addition of 10.5 plus 10.75 upon 2. It's the average. So add the two values and divide it by 2. And the second last value is 10.75 plus 9.25 upon 2, that is 10. And the last value is 9.625. So these are the five values for 4-yearly moving average. Okay, students, what is the demerit of this method? First of all, discuss the merit of this method. Merit is this method is easy to calculate. There is no particular difficult formula. Formula also easy, that you keep on adding four values and take average of it, and then at the end take average of the last value. And what is the demerit? That we cannot calculate the value for the year 2005, 2006, 2012 and 2013. तो चार values आपके यहाँ पे miss हो जा रहे हैं. That is the demerit. Got it? So merits and demerits also can be asked. So in objectives, so that they may say which of the following is a merit of moving average method. So that is what we are discussing now. So merit and demerits may also be asked in one of the options. Now similarly, the way we did for 4-yearly, similar is for 3-yearly as well as 5-yearly. So we'll check a problem for 3-yearly. Or students, you can do the same problem for 3-yearly and let me know the values. So here the values are given as the same problem we are taking. Or yeah, I found a problem that is on page 452. Come to page 452. There we have a problem which is for odd, that is 3-yearly as well as 5-yearly. So students, the values are 5, 6 for the year 1995 to 2013. So students, values of 19 years, past 19 years they've given from the year 1995 till 2013 and their production. So for calculating 3-yearly moving total, you should add 3 values. So what are the 3 values? 5 plus 6 plus 8, that is 14 plus 5, 19. So first value is 19. And what is the middle year for this? Middle year is 1996 because you're calculating for 95, 96 and 97. So the middle year for these 3 years is 96. So that is the total you should write against 96, that is 19. And since you have added 3 values here, so it's divided by 3 and that comes to 6.33. Now when you go for the second year, that is for 97, you should add the values of 96 and 98 and write the value total against the year 97. That comes out to 6 plus 8 plus 10, which is 24, and 24 upon 3 is 8. Similarly, students, here you can calculate for the rest 17 years, but only for 2 years there is an issue, that is a demerit of this method, where we cannot calculate the value for 1995 and 2013. So even the total and moving average are blank there. So they have put dash for those 2 years. Now we'll move on to the next one, that is 5-yearly moving average. For 5-yearly moving average, for example, if you want to calculate the first value, so you have to add the first 5 values. If you add the first 5 values, the middle year comes out at 1997. So write the total against 1997. So what about 95, 96? So we don't have values for 95 and 96, that is a demerit. So similarly, you can put dash for 95, 96 and also average of 95 and 96. Those 4 values we won't have. And also from the the table below, we won't have value for 13 and 12, because the last 5 values, if you add, the value will be against 2011, and we won't have any value for 12 and 13. So add 5 values. So first 5 value, if you add, you are getting 34, that is against the year 1997. So 34 will be the total for the 5-year value, and if you divide 34 by 5, it will be 6.8. Similarly for 31. So the next 5 values will be 31, and if you divide it by 5, it will be 6.2, and so on. So here, this is the easiest one to calculate the estimated value on the basis of the past values. That is called as 3-yearly moving average, 5-yearly moving average, and 4-yearly moving average. Now students, on the basis of this, we can solve few objectives if we have here. Students, on page 465, there's a question based on this, that what we discussed now, that is question number 15. They're given from the following data the 5-yearly moving average against year 5. So there are 9 years against year 5. So how do you calculate the total there first? 5 you have to calculate, right? So upar do, 5 ke upar do, that is for 3, 4 and 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 5 के 5 का आपको मूविंग एवरेज निकालना है, तो 5 के ऊपर दो और 5 के नीचे दो, दैट इज 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. सो ये 5 का सेल्स ऐड कर लो, दैट इज सेल्स इन रुपीज. सो दैट विल बी टोटल ऑफ 43 plus 34 plus 44 plus 54 plus 34. If you add up these 5 values, you will get a total and divide it by 5, since you have added 5 values, so you will get the answer. Just a minute, I'll get the calculator so that you can solve and we both can solve and come to a concluding answer. I'll get the calculator. Someone has replied here that the page numbers are not matching. Okay. And someone has asked for four yearly method. Okay, I'll again explain 4 yearly method. 1 minute. Just we complete this 5 yearly problem. So students, come to question number 15 on page 465. So maybe the page numbers are changed, so accordingly you can check. जो भी वो जो चैप्टर के पीछे जो ऑब्जेक्टिव्स दिया है, on that you can check question number 15 I am solving. So they have asked a moving average value for the year 5. So I need to add 43, 34, 43, 34, 44, 54, 43, 34, 40, 54 and 34. That is 209 divided by 5. Answer is 41.8. Yes, students, option D, 41.8. Correct. Done. Now, similarly, come to 16. Now, some student had problem in understanding 4 yearly moving method, 4 yearly method. So, you can come to the 16th problem. That is Harsh. Harsh, you can check question number 16. I'm explaining question number 16 here. From the following data, the 4 yearly centered moving average against year 6. For year 6, you have to add 4 values. Which are the 4 values you will add? Yes. Which are the 4 values we'll add? We'll add the values of the year 24, that is 8, 7, 5, 6. So 6 का चाहिए तो आपको year 4, sorry year 5, year 6, year 7, year 8. ये 4 values आपको add करना है. That will be 44. I'll just tell you the answer. 44 plus 34, 44, 54, 34 plus 24. And divide by 4. So this comes out to 39. And then add for the value for the year of the last 4 years, that is 6, 7, 8, 9. That is, and once you get these values, you have to take average of both the values. Correct. Khushbu is right. So 44, 54, 34 and 24. Yes. And then one more value, because this is 4 yearly. So you have to add 4 more values, that is 54, 34, 24 and 14. दोनों का moving average निकालने के बाद average of these two values also you have to take, so that you can get the value for the year 6. Now we can move on to 17. Or I'll calculate on pen and paper, then I can show you, I can tell you the values. I'll give you the total also. Yeah, students, we'll solve this 4 yearly so that we can get values for all the years. So write all the years first and the values, that is sales. And after while writing all the values, you can leave one line for each. So 1, 2, 3 till you have 9. Sales is 36, 43, 43, 34, 44, 54, 34, 24 and 14. Now students, the third column will be 4 yearly moving total. Now add the first 4 values. They have asked for the year 6, but we can calculate for understanding. We can calculate all the values first. So 36 plus 43 plus 43 plus 34. The total is coming out to 156, and that we have to write between 2 and 3. So we don't have a value for year 1 and year 2. Put dash against that. So here we have the value for between 2 and 3, and that is 156. Second value is coming out to 164. Next is 175. Then 166. That is 156. The last value is 124. And again we don't have values for the last 2 years, that is for the year 8 and 9. So we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 values. Now since each of these values are sum of 4 values, we can get average of this. So calculate average of all the values. So 156, first value is 156 divided by 4. And that is 39. 164 divided by 4. 41. 175 divided by 4. That is 43.75. 166 divided by 4. And that is 41.5. 156 divided by 4. That is 39. 124 divided by 4 is 31. So students, centered values also we have got. Now, since to put against each particular year, you have to take average of all the values. Now, first value you can calculate for which year. Can you just put on chat which year you have to calculate for the first value will be for which year? For the year 3. So that will be 4 yearly. The last column will be called as 4 yearly centered moving average. So 39 plus 41, that is 80, divided by 2 is 40. So students, we got the first moving average value for the year 3, and that is 40. Next is 41 plus 43.75. That is 42.375. That is 42.625. That is 40.25. And the last one is 39 plus 31, that is 35. Students, we got total 1, 2, 3, 5 average values, that is 4 yearly average values, and the answer they have asked for the year 6, 40.25. So you can check in the option, which option is the answer? 40.25. Yes, option A. Students, the answer is option A. So we have completed the problem, that is 16, and the answer is coming out to A, 40.25. Similarly, students, complete the third one. Complete the 17th one for the 3 yearly moving average and let me know the value. Yes, Khushbu, you are right. Option A is the answer. Correct. Very good. Now, please complete, Khushbu and everyone, please complete question 17 and let me know the value. They have asked you to calculate against the year 4. So what you can do is for year 4, उसका 4 year के ऊपर वाला, that is 3, और नीचे वाला 5, वो तीनों वैल्यू का ऐड करो और उसका ही डिवाइड बाय 3 करो, आपको आंसर मिल जाएगा. So students, we added here the three values, that is they had asked us to calculate the value for the year 4. For year 4, you have to add the value for 3, 4 and 5. So that is 15 plus 17 plus 18. That comes to 50. 50 divided by 3 is 16.67. So Khushbu and Harsh have solved, and I hope everyone else have also solved. So the answer is option C, that is 16.67. So with this we will move on to next chapter, because we have to cover the syllabus, which is not possible, but we'll try to do as much as possible. So students, will move on to the next part. Tell me which you can also tell me which chapter, because statistics is 60% and mathematics is 40%. Students, I think we should start central tendency, measures of central tendency, dispersion, correlation and regression. So those two topics combinedly we can discuss, because the weightage combinedly is 30%. Because you can see measure central tendency and dispersion, that is scatterness. Dispersion means scatterness. So that is what we is very important. Some are suggesting to start probability. Okay, probability we can start, but the weightage is only weightage there also is 15%, right? Okay, but we can start once we discuss few topics of dispersion, central tendency, correlation and regression. Okay, so Harsh and Khushbu, we can start probability in some time, but I think we should discuss first correlation, regression, central tendency and dispersion. So I can give you the formula so that you can write them. So we can do question wise only. So come to page number 269. मॉड्यूल 5 और मॉड्यूल 6 हम लोग कंबाइन करेंगे, क्योंकि ये दोनों कंसेप्ट सेम है. Yes, correlation, regression. Yes, Aditya, we are doing that. Yes. So correlation, regression, or measures of central tendency and this dispersion. Dispersion में very important part is standard deviation. Okay, so वो भी discuss करेंगे. So come to page number 269. Yeah, students. So since we have decided to discuss the chapter measures of central tendency and dispersion. So we continue. I'll tell you the page number, that is I told you, that is page number 269. I am using the soft copy of the module. Two 69. Yes. So students, you can check what are the different names of average. Tell me what are the different names of average. You can put on chat those who know the different names of average. To start with, I'll give you the first name, that is arithmetic mean. The other one is only mean. The other one is weighted mean. So these are the three names you can use, or average. So these are the names for the mean. Okay. Now for the how many types of data do we have? Basically we have three types of data. That is, first one is raw data, second one is discrete data, and third one is frequency distribution, that with class interval we have the data. So we have these three kinds of data. The methods to calculate the average in the three types of data are different. First one, raw data, is very easy. You add up all the values without any order, nothing, and divide it by the number of values you have added. So that is called average or mean. For the discrete one, you multiply each value with the frequency. So you will get f of x, because x values are already there and frequencies are given. So I'll give you the problem which you can try. Yeah, students, you can check question number 2, illustration. Solved example question number 2, that is for discrete. Solved example 1, you can check, that is for raw data. So here you have to add how many values? They have given I think 10 values. So if you add up 30, 41, 47, 54, that is illustration 1, 23, 34, 37, 51, 53, 47. The total comes out to 417. 417 upon 10, that is 41.7, is the average value. Second is fx. Fx is, you have to multiply f into x, and that is 24. You can check the second example just below that. 6 into 4, 24. 12 into 8, 96. 12 into 18, that is 216. 16 into 15, 240. 20 into 9, 180. So summation of f of x is 756. Now how many values did you add? You have added, you have to add all the frequencies, that is 6, 12, 18, 15 and 9, 60 values. And some students by mistake they add it as 5 values, because they say we have added only 5 values, which is 4, 8, 12, 16 and 20. No, 5, वो जो 5 वैल्यू है, हर एक वैल्यू, फॉर एग्जांपल अभी वैल्यू 4 ले लो, 4 value is repeated how many times? 6 times. So frequency is 6. The value 8 is 12 times. The value 12 is 18 times. The value 16 is 15 times. And the value 20 is 9 times. So total comes to 60. So summation f of x upon summation f. And that comes out to 756 upon 60, that is 12.6. Correct. Now students, below also there you can see they have given a very standard problem, which is of the third type of data, that is frequency distribution. Now here you have 10 plus 20. So first you have to calculate the value that is called as x. So 10 plus 20 is called as class mark. Average of each class. So 10 plus 20 is 30. 30 upon 2, 15. So the first class mark of the first class is 15. For the second value, you have to add 20 plus 30, that is 50 upon 2, 25, and so on. Then 30 plus 40, that is 70 upon 2, 35. And 50 plus 60, that is 110 upon 2, which is 55. And the last one is 60 plus 70 upon 2, that is 65. So this way we have calculated all the x values that you can see given on page number 287. So these are the class intervals, and the mid values or class mark are 15, 25, 35, 45, 55 and 65. Now the similar method you have to apply the way we applied for the discrete frequency distribution, that is f into x. So that will be the fourth column. So f into x you have to calculate and for each of the class interval and sum up those values divided by the total frequency, that is 70. So total comes out to 3040 upon 70, which is 43.43. Okay, so this is the way we can calculate the mean, average, or weighted average, weighted mean. There are so many names to it, and also arithmetic mean. So there are various names for it, but the method are these three. It depends on what kind of data they have given. As per that, you can calculate. Now come to the next one, that is median. Now, what is the definition of median, students? Definition of median. Middlemost value. So for raw data, you can think of getting the values in the ascending order first. First arrange all the given values in ascending order. कम से ज़्यादा. So once this is important first. ये अरेंज करने के बाद अगर आपके पास 9 वैल्यूज है, 9 मतलब ऑड नंबर ऑफ वैल्यूज, 9, 7 ऐसा अगर दिया है तो आप मिडिल मोस्ट वैल्यू ढूंढना बहुत इजी होगा. वहां पे आपको समझो 9 वैल्यूज है तो फिफ्थ वाला ऊपर से 4 और नीचे से 4 वैल्यूज आपको लीव करना है और जो मिडिल मोस्ट वैल्यू फिफ्थ वैल्यू होगा. दिस इज द वे वी कैन कैलकुलेट. अभी 7 होगा, 7 वैल्यूज दिया होगा, ऑड इज 7 वैल्यूज अगर दिया होगा तो 7 वैल्यूज में ऊपर से 3 और नीचे से 3 वैल्यूज आपको लीव करना है और मिडिल मोस्ट वैल्यू विल बी द फोर्थ वन. सो दिस इज द वे टू कैलकुलेट फॉर ऑड. अगर इवन वैल्यू दिया है, फॉर एग्जांपल 6 वैल्यूज दिया है, तो ऊपर से 2 और नीचे से 2 इफ यू लीव, बीच में 2 बच जाएगा. फर्स्ट और सेकंड वैल्यू हैव टू लीव आफ्टर अरेंजिंग, एंड देन द मिडिल टू वैल्यूज, दैट इज द थर्ड एंड फोर्थ वैल्यू, उनका एवरेज यू कैन टेक. So for example, the value is 4 and 3 or 4 and 5, 3 and 5, 3 and 5 ले लो. So third value 3 है and fourth value 5 है. So दोनों का average, so 3 plus 5, that is 8, 8 upon 2 is 4. So this way you can calculate for raw data. Now what is the method for discrete data? You will have all the frequencies. वो फ्रीक्वेंसीज जो दिया होगा उसका और एक कॉलम आपको बनाना होगा, उसका नाम है क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी। क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी वंस यू कंप्लीट कैलकुलेटिंग, वहां पे CF वैल्यूज होगा, उसमें आपको देखना है कि आपका मिडिल मोस्ट वैल्यू कहाँ आ रहा है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपके पास 9 वैल्यूज है, तो 9 वैल्यूज 9 plus 1 upon 2, that is 9 plus 1 10, 10 upon 2 that is 5। फिफ्थ ऑब्जर्वेशन कहाँ पे है, कौन से क्लास में? फिफ्थ ऑब्जर्वेशन समझो थर्ड क्लास में, तो थर्ड क्लास का जो x वैल्यू है वो है 6, तो द वैल्यू ऑफ द मीडियन विल बी 6। And what about the third method, that is frequency distribution? For frequency distribution, we'll can write again all the cumulative frequencies first, that is CF column. Once you are done with that, you can identify the median lies in which class. For example, the median lies in the class 2 or the class 3, because there are 5 classes, so maybe median lies in class 4 or 3rd. So therefore, calculating that, you have to take the total frequency and divide it by 2. If the total frequency is 50, 50 upon 2, that is 25. So you have to check in the CF value, 25th observation lies in which class. So once you identify that median class, then you have a formula that median equal to lower limit L plus H upon F into N by 2 minus CF. N by 2 is the class in which it lies, minus CF is that cumulative frequency of the class above it. So students, be careful, you will take a class above it, not that particular class. जो क्लास में आपका मीडियन है उसका CF नहीं लेना है, उसके एक क्लास ऊपर का CF लेना है। तो L plus H upon F, H is the height of that class, frequency of that particular class, and L is the lower limit of that class. तो अगर समझो आपका मीडियन लाइज इन द क्लास 30 to 40, तो आपका L का वैल्यू होगा 30, L plus H होगा 40 minus 30 that is 10 अपॉन फ्रीक्वेंसी उस क्लास का अगर 5 होगा तो वो फ्रीक्वेंसी 5, N by 2 हम लोग को 25 मिला था, 25 माइनस उसके ऊपर का क्लास फ्रीक्वेंसी देखना है, क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी देखना है, वो अगर 10 होगा तो 25 minus 10 that is 15. So this way we calculate the median of that given problem. Okay, now we go to the next part, that is similarly you can calculate the other partition values, that is quartiles, decile, percentile. अभी decile में you have to divide it by 10, percentile में divided by 100. So and median जो median was dividing into two parts, so the whole distribution of data is divided into two parts, so two parts is, so that is why we divide it by 2. Quartile may you have to divide it into 4 parts and you will have only 3 quartiles. First part is Q1, second part is Q2 and the third part is Q3. So 25% of the observations are below Q1 and 75% of the observations are above Q3, above Q1. If it is Q2, 50% of the observations are below Q2, 50% of the observations are above Q2. And for Q3, that partition suggests that 25% of the observations are above Q3 and 75% of the observations are below Q3. So these are the three partitions of, if you divide it by into 4 equal parts. And for students, when you divide it 2 equal parts, you will have only one partition and that is called as median. And the next one, that is first median, then quartiles, then now next is decile. So 10 equal parts, so we'll have 9 partitions and those are named as D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7, D8 and D9. So these are 9 partitions which divide the whole data into 10 equal parts. And the last one is percentile, that is we divide the whole distribution into 100 equal parts, so you get 99 partitions. Okay, so 19 partitions. So we can start with P1 to P99. Now we come to dispersion. Dispersion, the first and the easiest one and the important one is standard deviation. What is it, students? What is the definition of standard deviation? Because standard deviation and variance are related to each other. So standard deviation is positive square root of sum of squares of deviation from the mean. Matlab the formula is some positive square root of summation x minus x bar the whole square upon n. This is one formula, but if the mean is not an integer, then you can go for the other formula, that is summation x square upon n minus x bar the whole square. So in this case, the second formula is applicable to all the problems. So better I'll suggest that you go for the second formula. I'll repeat that formula. For raw data, it is summation x square upon n minus x bar the whole square. So summation x square, how do you calculate? X values already आपको दिया होगा, उसका सबका square लेना है, उसको add up करना है. So first column will be x, second column will be summation x square. So सारे x square सारे values का square लेके add करने के बाद divided by n. So that is the first part. And second column is you calculate mean. So and उसका square. So I'll repeat the formula, that is standard deviation is equal to positive square root of summation x square upon n minus x bar the whole square. अगर फ्रीक्वेंसी दिया होगा तो आपको मीन कैलकुलेट करना है पहले एफ एक्स निकाल के समेशन एफ ऑफ एक्स अपॉन समेशन एफ. Once you get the mean, then go to calculate x square values and then also calculate f into x square. And the formula is standard deviation for with frequency distribution is square root of summation f into x square upon summation f minus x bar the whole square. I'll repeat, standard deviation is equal to square root of summation f into x square upon summation f minus x bar the whole square. So students, I'll give you a value. You just calculate standard deviation of that value. So please take down 5 values. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. इसका standard deviation calculate करके मुझे बताओ. I have given 5 values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, students, what is the value? I think Harsh has answered the value, that is 1.4146. So let me check. Is value 3? What about others? Please, others can also share the value. Standard deviation, value of standard deviation of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first when you square it, you get 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. So this total comes out to 20, 30, 55. Students, the value is 55. So the formula of standard deviation, that is square root of summation x square upon n minus x bar the whole square, which is 55 upon 5 minus. Students, what is the mean of this value? I think the mean is 3, because total is coming out to 3 plus 3, 6 plus 4, 15. Total is 15. So 15 upon 5, that is 3. So mean is 3. So 3 square. So final answer is 55, square root of 55 upon 5, that is 11. 11 minus 3 square, that is 9. Square root of 2, and that is 1.414. So Harsh is right. Very good, Harsh. I hope the other students are also getting the answer as 1.414. That is the standard deviation of the given value. Now students, in the similar lines, can you tell me what will be coefficient of variation? Ria can answer this. Ria, please calculate coefficient of variation, put it on chat. CV, coefficient of variation. And what is the formula? I'll give you the formula if you don't remember. That is standard deviation upon mean into 100. So standard deviation is 1.414 and mean is 3 into 100. Calculate this value and let me know how much is the coefficient of variation. I think Harsh is typing. Students, I have got the answer. Please verify your answers. Yes, students, what is the answer of standard deviation? I'll repeat the formula. That is coefficient of variation is equal to standard deviation upon mean into 100. Yes, what Harsh has put on chat is the correct answer. Similar answer I do have. So that is 47.14. No, it will be 47.13 because you cannot round off the other values. So 47.13 is the correct answer. Students, please note down the CV of this value is 47.13. Now students, will discuss few questions of the past papers now. I'll repeat the answer of the previous question, that is 47.13. Students, we have last 15 minutes to discuss the papers. So I am just putting you problems. I think we have 6 students with me. 6 students now are in the meeting. So just I'm putting the problem. You note down the problem and solve and discuss. So last 15 minutes we'll solve questions from the past papers. Okay. The first question is of this one, variation. X varies Y. x varies inversely. Students, please note down, x varies inversely as y. I hope you have noted that x varies inversely with y. And the value of x is given as 3. So x1 is 3 and y1 is 4. So x1 is 3 and y1 is 4. Can anyone tell me the value of the constant? So it will be xy equal to k. That is 3 into 4. That is k. So constant comes out to 12. 4 into 3 is 12. What have they asked you to calculate? That calculate x when y is 6. So x is to be calculated, y equal to 6. So x2 y2. So students, you should know that x1 y1 is equal to x2 y2. वहां लिख के रखो. इनवर्स वेरिएशन में x1 y1 इक्वल टू x2 y2 होता है और उसके बाजू में लिख के रखो डायरेक्ट वेरिएशन में x1 upon y1 equal to x2 upon y2. These are the two types of variation we have in our concept. बट हमारे प्रॉब्लम में क्लियरली मेंशन था इनवर्स वेरिएशन. सो x1 इनवर्स वेरिएशन में क्या होता है x1 y1 इक्वल टू x2 y2. सो हम लोग को x1 y1 जब मल्टीप्लाई किया हमें मिला था 12. वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट x व्हेन y is 6. सो पुट दिस वैल्यू 12 इक्वल टू 6 into x, that is x2. Tell me what is the value of x2 if anyone has calculated. The value of x2 will come out to 2, and that is option C in one of the papers. Correct. Harsh is calculating very fast. Very good, Harsh. Now students, will move on to the next problem. I'll again discuss the concept. We have a concept called as variation. Variation में दो type होता है. एक inverse variation, that x varies inversely to y. So x equal to, तो उसमें होता है x equal to k upon y, which is also written as xy equal to k. For calculating the value, you have to write x1 y1 equal to x2 y2. This is one concept. Second is direct variation का problem अभी नहीं है हमारे पास, but concept आ सकता है इसके problems. तो इसमें आपको याद रखना है x varies directly to y, so x equal to ky. So k will be x1 upon y1 equal to k. So for calculating the value, you have to remember that x1 upon y1 is equal to x2 upon y2. Okay, I'll take the next problem. Two numbers are in the ratio 5:7. Sum of the numbers is 192. Then the greater is. Students, please note down the problem. It is from the past papers. Two numbers are in the ratio 5:7. Sum of the number is 192. Let the greater number is. So greater number कौन होगा? Please start calculating. So first of all, you need to note down the two numbers are 5:7 दिया है ना, तो आप 5x और 7x ले लो. तो 5x plus 7x का sum दिया है 92. So 5x plus 7x is 12x. 12x equal to 192. What will be x in this? 5x plus 7x, that is 192. So it will be 12x equal to 192. So x will be 192 upon 12. I think 12 16 times. So you are getting the value of x as 16. Because 192 upon 12 is 16. Since you got the value of x as 16, now students, you multiply 16 with both the values. So 5 into 16 is 80 and 7 into 16 that is 112. Now students, which is the bigger among this? 112. So the answer is 112. So always focus on the concept and not on the method. The concept of each chapter should be thorough. Next problem. X minus 1, x plus 1, 2x plus 3. Students, please note down, this is a very interesting problem. X minus 1, x plus 1 or 2x plus 3 are the three terms of an AP. AP के तीन terms दिए हुए. AP आपको पता होगा, अरिथमेटिक मीन. आपको बोला गया है कि x का वैल्यू निकालो. Harsh, please try and let me know the answer. Harsh is very active, so he is answering all the questions. I'll repeat, x minus 1, x plus 1 और 2x plus 1. ये तीनों भी जो terms है are the terms of three terms of an AP. Calculate the value of x. I'm taking the, okay, he has answered the value as 0. Harsh is right. The value of x is 0. Students, which concept did we apply? We applied here that T2 minus T1 is equal to T3 minus T2. I'll repeat. We applied the concept. Our T1 in this problem was x minus 1. T2 was x plus 1. And T3 was 2x plus 3. So T2 minus T1 is equal to T3 minus T2. And if you solve that equation, you get the value of x as 0. And that is option B. Students, the next one, please note down 2 raised to x plus 2 raised to x minus 1. I'll repeat, 2 raised to x minus 1 plus 2 raised to x plus 1. दो टर्म दिया है, एक 2 raised to x minus 1, दूसरा दिया है 2 raised to x plus 1 equal to 80. What is x? ये इंडाइसिस का क्वेश्चन है. वेरी ट्रिकी एंड इजी. थोड़ा सा आपको स्मार्ट रहना पड़ेगा इसको सॉल्व करने के लिए. 2 raised to, I'll repeat the question, 2 raised to x minus 1 plus 2 raised to x plus 1 equal to 80. X equal to question mark. Students, the other way is you can also go by option method if you are finding it difficult to solve because it is little time consuming. So I'll give you the option. Option A में दिया है 8, B में दिया है 4, option C is 5 and option D is 10. You can put the options also and you can calculate. I'll repeat the options. A is 8, B is 4, C is 5 and D is 10. So x के जगह में ये वैल्यूज पुट करो और चेक करो कौन से ऑप्शन से आपको राइट हैंड साइड का वैल्यू 80 आ रहा है. So first we'll put 8. So 2 raised to 8 minus 1, that is 2 raised to 7, plus 2 raised to 8 plus 1, that 2 raised to 9. So 2 raised to 7 अगर कॉमन ले लेंगे तो 1 plus 2 raised to 2 बचेगा. How much is 2 raised to 7? 2 raised to 7 is 128. So 128 into 1 plus 5, 1 plus 4, 120. तो ये 80 नहीं आ रहा है. So second option you can go for 4. So 2 raised to 4 minus 1, 3, plus 2 raised to 4 plus 1, 5. So 8, 2 raised to 5, 32. ये 40 आ रहा है, so ये option भी नहीं है. So fifth, now take put as option C, that is 5. So 2 raised to 4 plus 2 raised to 6. 2 raised to 4 is 16. 2 raised to 6 is 64. 64, yes students, the answer is this one. 64 plus 16, 80. Option is C, that is 5. Is that clear? So अगर आप x का वैल्यू अगर 5 पुट करोगे तो आपको आंसर 80 आ रहा है. So आंसर is C option. And the last one for today, that is, note down this problem. 3p3 minus 3c3. P stands for permutation and C stands for combination. I'll repeat. Find the value of 3p3 minus 3c3. Permutation is arrangement, combination is selection. दोनों के बीच में difference क्या है? Permutation. Permutation stands for arrangement, combination stands for selection. तो permutation में order is very important, combination में selection में order important नहीं है. जैसे कि आपके पास कोई 3 ऑब्जेक्ट दिया हुआ है, जैसे कि एक रेड बॉल, एक ग्रीन बॉल और एक ऑरेंज बॉल. रेड, ग्रीन, ऑरेंज बॉल, 3 बॉल दिया हुआ है. आपको अगर 3 बॉल को अरेंज करना है तो आपको पहले एक अरेंजमेंट ऐसा होगा, रेड ग्रीन ब्लू, रेड ग्रीन और ऑरेंज. दूसरा अरेंजमेंट ऐसा होगा, ग्रीन, रेड और ऑरेंज. तो ऐसे आप अरेंज करोगे तो आपको डिफरेंट 6 अरेंजमेंट्स आएगा ये 3 बॉल का. लेकिन मैं आपको बोलूंगा कि ये तीनों को सिलेक्ट करो. सो हाउ मेनी वेज आर देयर टू सिलेक्ट दोस 3 ऑब्जेक्ट्स? अवेलेबल भी 3 है, सिलेक्ट भी तीनों करना है, तो देयर इज ओनली वन वे. सो 3p3 आएगा आपको 3 फैक्टोरियल, दैट इज 6, और 3c3 आएगा 1. सो आंसर विल बी 3 फैक्टोरियल इज 6. 6 minus 1, that is 5. So 5 is stands for option B. So answer is option B, that is 5. So students, I'll repeat the question and answer, that is 3p3 minus 3c3. 3p3 का फॉर्मूला है 3 फैक्ट npr का फॉर्मूला है n फैक्टोरियल अपॉन n माइनस r फैक्टोरियल, और ncr का फॉर्मूला है n फैक्टोरियल अपॉन r फैक्टोरियल इंटू n माइनस r फैक्टोरियल. पर आपको मैंने अलग कंसेप्ट से बताया तो कि आपको समझ में इजीली आएगा और यू कैन गेट द आंसर विदाउट अप्लाइंग द फॉर्मूला. कि 3 जो डिफरेंट ऑब्जेक्ट्स हैं उनको अरेंज करने के 6 डिफरेंट वेज है, दैट इज 3 फैक्टोरियल. फैक्टोरियल मतलब 3 फैक्टोरियल 3 इंटू 2 इंटू 1. सो 3 इंटू 2 इज 6, 6 इंटू 1 इज 6. सो 3p3 का वैल्यू आ गया 6, और 3 सामान दिया है, 3 डिफरेंट ऑब्जेक्ट्स दिया है आपको, वो तीनों को अगर सिलेक्ट करना है तो देयर इज ओनली वन वे. कोई आपके पास अदर ऑप्शन नहीं है कि वो तीनों को सिलेक्ट कर लो. तीनों ऑब्जेक्ट अवेलेबल है, तीनों को सिलेक्ट कर लो, क्योंकि कॉम्बिनेशन में अरेंजमेंट जैसा ऑर्डर इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. कॉम्बिनेशन में ओनली द सिलेक्शन इज इंपॉर्टेंट. सो देयर इज ओनली वन वे टू सेलेक्ट दोस ऑब्जेक्ट्स. सो द आंसर इज 6. 3p3 का 6 और 3c3 का 1. So 6 minus 1, 5. So these were the few questions students we need to know. और एक क्वेश्चन है इंटरेस्टिंग वाला, then we can wind up. That is P and Q are 2 non-empty sets. Given that, note करो, n of P is 12, n of Q that is 6, और n of P union Q is 10. आपको कैलकुलेट करना है n of P intersection Q. So what is the formula to calculate by addition theorem? सेट थ्योरी का क्वेश्चन है ये। एडिशन थ्योरम का फॉर्मूला क्या है? n ऑफ a यूनियन b इज इक्वल टू n ऑफ a प्लस n ऑफ b माइनस n ऑफ a इंटरसेक्शन b। तो आपको इंटरसेक्शन दिया हुआ है तो आप साइड शिफ्ट कर लो और इंटरसेक्शन मिलेगा। तो n ऑफ p इंटरसेक्शन q क्या मिलेगा? फॉर्मूला n ऑफ p प्लस n ऑफ q माइनस n ऑफ p यूनियन q। सो n ऑफ p का वैल्यू 12 है और n ऑफ q का 6 है। सो 12 प्लस 6 18 माइनस यूनियन दैट इज 10। So 18 minus 10 is 8. Option A, answer 8. So these were the few questions, students, we have discussed from the past year papers. And sorry that we could not use the whiteboard. Extremely sorry for it. And I hope you have prepared this 4 months. So best of luck for your exams and your future endeavors. Thank you. We wind up the class here. Yeah, Banjari sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. हाँ सर, सब गए।